What's up? I'm Karl G Richter. This is Monday Funday. This is a video series that I've started just sort of as a pep talk for instructional designers, e-learning nerds, and honestly, anybody else who's tired of this pandemic and the snow, the bad weather, and it sort of started as I began a new project working on resiliency training for a local hospital. And I've shared some of the characters that I have in store we've created, rather than saying, you know, you healthcare workers need to do this and this and this, rather than making it a sort of a personal attack that healthcare workers are working really hard, even before the pandemic. So doing resiliency training, I decided to introduce the idea of characters. So we have people, like here you can see Connie can't sleep. She's tired. She works all day and then can't sleep at night. So what can she do? We've opened it up to let other people share tips and advice, so that rather than all of the content coming directly from the stakeholders or the subject matter experts, we're opening it up so that other people who visit this resiliency site can actually email in some tips. And we're kind of letting these characters grow and change over time. So we go from being not okay to realizing how much stress that they're under, sharing their story, reaching out with others, moving on to see what it is that they can focus on, what they can control, finding ways to support one another, and different resources. So, and then you see that we have a little bit of change here. Connie has been able to make some changes in her life, and she can personally change. So one of the things that I wanted to talk to you today is about one of the resources that I've stumbled across here in resiliency research. It's something that I'm using in my own personal life, and if you're tired of this pandemic or the snow or any of the other stress that's in your life, this is something that you may want to open yourself up to. It doesn't have very much to do with e-learning, but I do have a YouTube link down in the description. Basically, the idea is very simple. It's the idea of 3 good things. So the idea behind 3 good things, and it's a 10-minute video that you could watch to do the same amount of research as I've done. But the idea is that our brains are wired to hold on to the negative. There's a biological reason for that. Hey, there's a bear in that cave. Or, oh, those berries made me sick last time I ate them. We hold on to the things that can threaten and that can harm us. In the modern world, we may be holding on to the way you didn't like somebody's email. There's all kinds of negative things that our brains are predisposed to hold on to. So the idea of 3 good things, at the end of the day, sort of within that 2-hour window before you go to bed, write down, I'm discussing them with my wife, but write down 3 good things that happened and what your role was in that. So for this week's Monday Funday, I'm going to say that I've finished some of these characters. We've got Greta Grumpy, who's going through the 3 steps. She's going to follow the same sort of path that Connie Can't Sleep did. And that helping that has helped her sort of restore and become a more positive person, like she was before the pandemic. Another good thing that I've done is that I've finally, have you ever had one of those modules that just gets reviewed and reviewed and reviewed again? I've finally finished that module. We've reviewed it enough times and it is out, it is launched. And the third good thing that I'll share this week is that I got to take my kids sledding. We had a great time. We've had snow here in Louisville, and that makes a great day out on a snowy hill with hot chocolate afterward. So if you would like to share your 3 good things with me, or just find a way to be more resilient and less depressed or less grumpy about the current situation that we're all in, I encourage you can share your 3 good things with me in the comments below, responding to the email, or share them in a journal or with the people that you love. This is Monday Funday. I'm happy to share. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.